Hi guys, it's Jessy here and welcome today to a new pick a card reading. Now guys, in this pick a card reading, we're going to look at what others are saying about you when you're not around, guys. So it's going to be a pretty exciting reading. I hope that you guys are ready for it. Hope that you guys are doing well as well. So guys, as you can see, I have prepared 4 card piles that will bring you that answer today. And we're starting here with group number 1, group number 2, group number 3, and at last group number 4 here. So guys, take a moment right now, my lovely one, to go into your own zen, your own energy, and focus upon that question to what people are saying about you when you're not around, okay? So when you've done that, go down below in the comment box or in the description box. There will leave the timestamp that will bring you directly to your reading. Now guys, keep in mind that all of the readings that I do on my channel are general readings, so only take what resonates with you. And of course, to always keep following your heart, your intuition in everything that you do. So I'm going to start off now with group number 1, and all the other groups I'll see you at the click of your timestamp. Hi there, group number 1, and welcome to your reading. So you're here because you're drawn to this beautiful crystal. So let's hop into your reading to see who is thinking about you and especially what they're thinking about. But the first card is overall all the energies all together that I can get from any, situation that might be relevant to you guys. So let's see what we have here. So first up, we have here the trine, we have the angelic support, we have harmony, and the perfect flow. So group number 1, right away I'm getting this feeling that a lot of people might be talking about you, and I feel that they talk about this in little groups. So I'm seeing here groups of 2 or 3 people always kind of like talking about you, or forming groups of 2 or 3 people to talk about you. And what they absolutely admire about you is just the way you tend to keep harmony in everything, and it seems to flow so perfectly. Everything that you do seems to be just the way it is, that everything goes like in the right order. It's just seems to be so easy for you. It comes so easily to you. You seems to find your way like in everything. And I sense here that there is someone who's very, very close to you that is a little bit jealous about that, or that envy that a lot, or that they want that trait about you. And on the other side, there are people who really admire this trait of yours, that it seems like everything comes effortlessly to you. Everything seems to flow beautifully towards you. So that is something that I'm getting for you here, group number 1. So I'm thinking here, maybe if you have siblings, there is someone who really admires you for that, someone who thinks that you're amazing and everything that you do seems to be like so good, so harmonious. For some of you guys, I am seeing maybe you're the middle one, the middle of siblings, and it might be that they really appreciate you for always meddling, for always mediating into or between siblings or between people, and definitely keeping the harmony between everyone. Also, I'm seeing here family members, group number 1, who might think that you are just this great mediator, this great meddler. And meddler may sound just a little bit negative, but that you're always kind of like keeping the calm, keeping the harmony, and bringing people together. And some hate you for it, and a lot envy you for it, but also there is a lot of admiration for that. So that is overall what I can see here that people are talking about. But let's find out what else people are talking about. So we have here the 4 of Swords, we have here the Knight of Swords, we have here the 10 of Pentacles. Just get like one card to just break it even. We have here the Page of Pentacles. So here within the cards, I can directly see here that people envy you a lot. If you guys in this group have like a great family, if you guys have like kids already, people envy how you are the parent within that. People admire how you treat your kids or how you treat people with kindness. You always seem to have like this happy family or this happy vibration around you, very harmonious. Whether you have a family with kids or not, people really admire how you treat people. If you have like close family members, they really adore how you treat your kids, or how you treat your spouse, or how you treat your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever it is. They really like the interaction that you have with a lot of people. So sometimes people tend to be jealous of that because you might be the middle or the center of attention because of that, or people tend to come more towards you than them. So that is like what I'm getting. You might seem like a social butterfly, might be like a very happy person. So that is also something that I'm seeing here. Like, people just love to be around you, and that's also a reason why people talk about you. You know, you're fun and great to just be around. You're just lovable, like, in general. But I can see here within the Knight of Swords, I can see here your friends or people who don't know you might see you as someone who runs away from situations that are a little bit difficult, that tend to, you know, become a little bit difficult. Instead of facing them and just, you know, maybe arguing about it, they see you as someone who flees the scene, who doesn't just stick around just to, you know, be like in the whole drama. They see you as someone who flees the scene and who's just tend maybe not to have an opinion or a loud opinion about something. So I'm seeing here someone who strategically flees the scene. It could be that this is your boss thinking, or your co-workers thinking something of that, or in that area. So of course this is like a huge group, because there are like a lot of people thinking about you here, group number one. So you're definitely someone who sticks out, or who a lot of people like tend to have like on their mind. They're thinking about your behavior, they're looking at things. So I'm seeing here someone who definitely thinks about, you know, you strategically ditching something, or you strategically moving towards a different scene or some type like that. This is a specific energy that I'm picking up within this group, and this is also specific energy that I'm picking out in this group. So it could be talking about, you know, different energies here. We also have here the Four of Swords. So I'm seeing here, this is another energy that I'm picking up. So I'm seeing here three different energy, maybe even four, but definitely someone who's taking a rest. I'm seeing here a lot of things maybe happen to you, and there's someone who really thinks that you should take a rest right now, because there are a lot of things coming at you. They see you as someone who needs to take a break for themselves before, you know, things get out of hand. Maybe because you are so busy doing things, or so busy perfectionating everything around you, that it gets like too tough. So I'm seeing here someone who really wants to take care of you, who is worried about you, who's worried about your health, and maybe thinking if this person doesn't just, you know, relax and just take a break, this person might be, you know, heading towards maybe a burnout, or, you know, this is not good for their health. So I'm seeing someone also being very concerned about you. It could be your mother, it could be your boyfriend or girlfriend, it could be, you know, anyone who's pretty close to you and who might have these thoughts. We have also the Page of Pentacles, and within this I am sensing that these two, or this energy, could be relating to also the person that's worried about you. They want you to try something new. In some type of things, they might find you a bit too young. They might think that you need a little bit of help, or maybe that following some type of education might be good for you. They're seeing here that there are so many things that you need to develop. So in words, I would say like maybe this is your spouse, or this is like your girl boyfriend, or this is like a motherly, or, you know, a parent type of figure who's really concerned about your health, or someone who is very close to you and might have like these feelings for you. They're very concerned about your health and where you're going, where you're heading. So I'm seeing here definitely they want to make sure that you're using all your skills, and that you're still learning, instead of just, you know, waiting for everything to come at you, but taking like a more step into learning new things, like taking in a way a step back to create more space to learn new things. That's like what I'm getting, like someone who's really concerned about your health. Okay, so let's roll out the dice. I'm just going to get like these cards out of the way, because these are the cards of what people think about you. Now I'm going to roll out the dice to see who is thinking about you. So we have here Pisces, Scorpio. So definitely we have water energy here. So think about them in their moon, sun, and rising. We have Pisces again. We have Taurus. We have Aries and Pisces. So we have like Pisces 3 times. So keep that really in mind. That is really an emotional connection here. I feel also that some people tend to see you as someone who's a little bit unstable sometimes within your emotions. You might have some little outbursts, some back and forth within emotions, and I think this is someone who's pretty close to you, because on the outside a lot of people see you as someone where everything flows, you know, almost perfectly to perfection and that everything is a-okay. But there is someone who's really close to you who sees that it's not like that, and who sees the ups and downs, and they really concerned about that, or you know, something like that. So let's move towards getting to, you know, who might be talking about you. So if we can get like some cards telling me who might be talking about group number 1. So definitely we have here the 4 of Wands. So it tells me that there is someone definitely in your family that talks about you, that is really close to you, and they have like their concerns about you. They really want you to thrive. They're really seeing that there are some things that you're struggling with, and at the same time they want you to take a rest, to, you know, to relax for this new bright side. We having here 10 of Wands, we having here the Ace of Cups. I'm seeing also someone who might have, like with the Ace of Cups, some new feelings for you, some new romantic feelings. So there might be someone who has love interest in you, but also someone who might have like a baggage with you. So I'm seeing here one from your past and one from your future. So definitely it could be that people are thinking about you, or new relations are thinking about you. This could be also like new friendship or new people, but it definitely shows me that there might be a love interest here who's thinking about you, who's thinking that, you know, everything is perfect, and that you have like something that they want to start a family with. They see you as someone for being potential their future spouse, as we had like the 10 of Cups there. So someone who is very emotional fulfilled when they see you. They get like really happy, really excited. You really make them excited, really. So let's get like a little bit more information about this Ace of Cups. Ooh, we have here the 5 of Swords. I'm seeing here with this 5 of Swords, someone who might also get like a little bit frustration with a type of energy that you guys might have like between you guys, or this person might be very frustrated with themselves. They don't know like how to act, what to do. I'm feeling like you're so much like on their head, so much in their mind, in their thoughts. That is kind of like frustrating, or you know, sometimes when you're so overly infatuated with someone, that can get, it's like, ooh, like it sucks you in. So I feel like this might be this person, and they definitely feel like they want to act upon this emotion. They really have a passion. They really want to go get with you. Their thoughts are definitely on fire. I'm seeing like this person really wants to get with you. They really want to move forward with you, but there's something still holding them back. Like this frustration, it comes from somewhere. It might be that people are talking to them about certain things, and that's why this person might not be moving forward. There might be something blocking this person in our frustration, but also out of frustrations. So let's see who this 10 of Wands is. Like, yeah, this is like a person who definitely you guys had a connection with. As I was saying, maybe someone from your past lover, as I'm seeing here. But definitely this person thinks of you, you know, even though if you guys have been like through a tough journey, maybe there's a lot of things that, you know, a lot of month or things happen between you guys, but this person really thinks a lot about you. This person really thinks that you guys still should be together. They have like dreams, thoughts of that. They think a lot about your past relationship together. So this is definitely a person from your past. Judgment. Within this Judgment, I'm seeing here that they feel like it's not been fairly for them, or they wish that they could have like a fair chance again. They might be thinking about that, on how to get like that fair chance, how to try it again with you, how to bring that to the table. And I'm seeing like this might be a concern from your family. This might be like the reason why your family is saying, oh no, you know, don't rush into things. learn your lesson or something like that, or take a rest, take a break. And you guys could be having like a family with this person. That might be like the reason that you guys want to try. I'm like getting a lot of things, so I hope that you guys can follow. So yeah, that is what I'm getting. So we have here the Two of Pentacles. Within the Two of Pentacles, I'm definitely seeing here family and work. So family and work could be, all these people thinking all these different thoughts about you. They really admire who you are. You're a great team player. You always seem to be happy. So for me, people see you as a very happy person. They talk about you as being the happy, perfect person. You always seem to be content. And I'm seeing here a different side, that your family or someone who's pretty close to you see a different side of you, and they're very concerned about, your private life. But you seem to manage it pretty well, that at work you seem to be maybe someone who talks greatly about people. You're very well mediator. You always seem to have like all your stuff together. You're pretty hardworking from what I can see. You come across as being pretty powerful. You have like all your stuff together, and people really admire that, and they talk about that as well. Also, we have here the Nine of Wands. Even at your work, even if they can see like everything is working like pretty fine, there is also some people who have seen your struggles, who have seen that you've overcome like so many, and they admire that. But don't they talk about that? They talk about what you've been through. So yeah, that's like something that you have to maybe be aware of. People talk about your past, or people talk about, the things that you told them about your past. So if you're someone who's very talkative and talk about this, at work, or, at other things, people tend to talk about that. People tend to bring your story to other people. So if that is not something that you want, you need to be careful about what you say. But that is something that I am seeing here happening a lot with your stories. People tend to be so fascinated by your stories that they talk about that. And they might not always have a great opinion about that. People might have, opinions about things, and that might not always be what you want. As was what I'm seeing here, the Page of Swords, they might say things in a different manner or something like that, that just, for some it might be a little bit hurtful, but they're definitely seeing someone who been through a lot and who is now navigating themselves throughout life. So they see you definitely as that, and they talk about that as well. So that is something that group number one, you can be mindful about. So let's hop a little bit into the cards and see what else we're getting for you, group number one. So what else can we get for this person? So again, we have the Home card, which tells me definitely that someone could be talking that is really close to your home. So definitely family members, definitely close friends who you invite a lot to your home. People could also be talking about your home. And this could go like either a great way or a bad way. It depends on how you live. But people could definitely be talking about that as well. Next up, we have Capricorn. So I'm also here seeing that people are very much talking about all the things that you have achieved, and this correlates really beautifully with the Nine of Wands. So yeah, people talk about your achievement, people see the struggles that you have been through, but that you've conquered them and that you are at a place where you are. So that is like, ooh, that's like really, really good. People are, as I said, like they admire you very much. Next up, we have Pisces. We already had like Pisces there. So for me, it confirms that someone who has like a Pisces in their sun, moon, and rising might definitely be thinking about you. They might be very emotionally attached to you. Seeing that as a Pisces water sign, emotionally attached to you. They're very much thinking about the feeling. They're very much emotionally attached to you. So that is one thing that I'm also getting. We're also getting here activate. There's someone that talks about the things that you're very passionate about. Maybe that you're very as well active, but as well as activating like something new, connecting with you or moving towards you, which for me correlates maybe beautifully with someone new or a lot of people new who are just, curious about you, who see something about you and who just wants to get to know you there. Group number one. So last up, I just want to throw in some letters. Maybe we're going to get a name for you or something like that that relates to you guys, that might be telling you guys who these persons are and so forth. So we have the B, the O, the T, the F, the A, and the Z, group number one. So group number one, this was your reading, and I hope that this reading resonated with you. If it did, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. And if you're new here and you like what you see, consider subscribing to my channel. I would really love to have you around. For now, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye! Hi there, group number two, and welcome to your reading. So the first card that we're having here is a card which is going to tell me an overall energy about who is thinking about you or what they're saying. So an overall recap of this whole situation. So yeah, let's see what we have here in the first card for you, group number two. Well, so we have here the moon. So first of all, I'm getting maybe this person who is talking about you, group number two, might be a Cancer, but also someone who might have a lot of feminine energy, someone who gets like in their head, in their mind, maybe they have like something on you or think a certain way about you, and it's really hard for them to let it go. And they think about you as someone who is very nurturing and very, kind and generous to other people. But I do feel like this person feels like you hurt them like really, really bad, and that's like the reason that they're thinking about you, or they feel like you've done like something to them. That's like the emotional energy that I'm getting, and it's definitely not on the cards, but it's something that I am getting through. So yeah, I feel like this person is emotionally wounded by you, or they have like some type of energy towards that. And because I am feeling like a heavy moon type of energy, watery energy, very emotional, someone who might be, anger, bitter, or something like that with you. So let's see what the other cards can tell me about other people who might be thinking about you as well, and also specific about this person. But yeah, this is a very dominant energy that I'm getting through. We have here the Ace of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles. Let's see what else we're going to have for you. Just want to grab some cards before we dive into it. We have the Emperor. We have here the Chariot card. Okay. So definitely what I'm seeing here, like, first off, I see here that a lot of people find you to be very successful. You seem to like financially be very, very secured. People think that you are living maybe a lavish life, or that you have like a lot of things. They envy your material status. They think that you have like everything. It could be that you have a big house, a big car, or something like that. They envy whatever you have, or people who are close to you envy this about you. You seem to have like a good solid foundation, and that is something that people really talk about. Okay, I'm also with this Ace of Wands seeing here that they really talk about how passionate you are about certain projects, that you might be very creative, that you have a creative way of approaching things, that you have like this business sense of, I don't know, just like this business sense, which a lot of people are very impressed by. They don't know like how you do it, but you have like these brilliant ideas that come from passion and that seem to work, and they're very creative, and other people just can't grasp that. And I feel like a lot of people are very, very impressed by that. You have this go-getter attitude, like you're here, you're going for it, and that is also, it all correlates like pretty well within this business type of idea. People really admire you, and I'm seeing a lot of people admire your business ethic, and how disciplined you are within work and how you're achieving like everything that you put your mind to. It almost seems to them like you're manifesting it overnight and everything is kind of like coming to you, and it's all, you know, you're just keep moving forward and all is streaming in, and people are just like obsessed on how things are moving along with you. People really don't know how you do it, but you just seem to get like everything, and people talk about that. People are like, you know, what is he or she doing? You know, what is this type of energy? Could I get it? You know, I want to hop on that horse as well. I want to be successful as well. But you know, they really are impressed about that, and they just don't know how you do it. Also, they're very impressed on how kind of like secured you are about yourself, but at the same time I feel like secured, laid back, like everything is coming at you, yet you're very powerful, you're very strong, you're taking the lead, you're really moving forward within life. And this is something that really just it shakes people. It's like, you know, what does this person kind of like have, you know, what is like this energy? They seem to have kind of like it all. They seem to have even like the energy, the demeanor that comes with it. It's amazing. People are super impressed the first time like they see you, to when they know you, they are like, dang, I don't know. Also, they are super impressed in how you dress. They seem to want to dress like you. You might be an inspiration for a lot of people on how to dress or how to, you know, carry yourself in certain situations. People look at you on how you do things, and then they try to, you know, mimic that or match that, or just like be like you. For a lot of people, you are like their teacher. You are like, you know, someone who they learn things from, and this is really, really amazing. So aside from, you know, I'm picking here maybe two different energies. I'm seeing here a large group thinking the same thoughts about you, and then someone being very emotionally attached to you. So these are like the two biggest energies that I'm picking here up for you, group number 2. So let's roll the dice to see who we are getting. So we're getting Sag and Leo. We're getting Aquarius and Aries. Aries again and Libra. So keep that in mind in their sun, moon, and rising to who might be talking about you. So next up, what I want to do is dive a little bit more into who is actually talking about you. So who is saying like all of these gorgeous things about your work, and who is kind of like emotionally attached to you, and you know, seeing you as someone who they want kind of like back into their life. So it could be definitely an ex or someone who's very nurturing, very kind and soft, but at the same time they feel like you've betrayed them or you did something to them. Like this is like the emotion that I'm getting right away. So let's see here what we have. We have your 6 of Pentacles in reverse. So definitely I'm seeing here someone who's a little bit bitter. So maybe someone that is feeling bitter because they feel like you've took something that was meant to be theirs, or they feel like you weren't generous to them, especially if you have like a lot of resources. It could be that someone knows that you have a lot of resources and that you could help them, but yet you're not lending them help. They feel like a little bit betrayed by you, especially with this 7 of Swords that's coming here. Ooh, someone who feels betrayed by you, someone who feels like maybe you played them out or something like that, and they seem to think like, you know, this is something that I didn't expect. They wanted that generosity, they wanted you to give them something and you didn't. They feel like you betrayed them, they feel like you misled them in some way. So there's someone holding a huge grudge on you, group number 2. Next up, we have here the Page of Pentacles. Within the Page of Pentacles, I'm seeing someone who's younger. So I'm seeing people who are younger than you overall think really highly of you. They tend to idealize you. They tend to put like on a pedestal. They tend to, you know, so it might be that group number 2, you're standing like in front of a class and a lot of people look at you, or that you're in a position that a lot of people look at you and envy what you have. But definitely people who are younger or immature than you, or who feel like they have a lot less than you and they still have like a long way to go. We're having here the Strength card. So I'm seeing here that as I said, they see you as someone who is pretty strong, but I'm also seeing here a Leo energy within this strength card that definitely could be thinking about you as well. Group number 2. So let's get a little bit more information about these two groups. Excuse me for that. We have the Two of Pentacles. I'm seeing here within the Two of Pentacles that this person just felt like so, I don't know, maybe pushed aside. Maybe you guys were like in a business venture together and it just didn't work out, and they feel like they didn't get that success. Sometimes you have that, you know, right? Maybe you're working with someone and then your life gets successful and this person just, you know, doesn't, and whatever they try doesn't seem like to work for them. And the other group thinks that you are absolutely amazing. You have here the Knight of Wands, that you're living your dream. You're having like so much passion. You're passionate about things. They really admire you. Like I just like can't get over it. How they think that you're a pleasant person, that you're very happy, that you're very, you know, into your work, your things that you do. You put a smile on people's face. You help them. You're so generous to so many, and that's like what they're talking about. They're talking about your acts, your deeds, and especially as well who you are as a person. We also have here, look at this, we have the Eight of Pentacles, the way you're looking back, sitting and watching like everything coming to fruition. Like you worked really hard. They realize that you worked really hard. They know, maybe a lot of people know that you worked really hard, but they're seeing you now laying back and enjoying the fruits of your labor. And that is also really good. That is, you know, something that people tend to overlook sometimes. You know, sometimes we see the end result of a person's journey and we're immediately jealous about that, but we forget that they had to go through something, and that something might not be perfect or might even be very, very hard, but a lot of people forget that. We also have here Aquarius. We have here collaboration. So I'm seeing here that you might work a lot with people, and these people that you work with, they think a lot about you. They're seeing your success. They want to match that success. And that's what they're talking about. They're talking about your success, your deeds, your action, how you came there to be, and what you're doing. And they are really impressed about that. They are really impressed about how you manage things. Also, we have your resources. So yeah, they admire how you are. Ooh, we also have like this one, symbiosis. Okay, so they absolutely admire like your state of well-being, like in general, your financial state of well-being. There are a lot of people talking about your money. There are a lot of people talking about your material things. So be aware of that. Sometimes you need to, you know, keep things from other people because they tend to be very jealous about that. They tend to think that it all came easy towards you. And even if it did, like, you know, it is just, I'm seeing here jealousy. So just be aware of that. Within symbiosis, I can see here that this person who thinks badly about you, or who has like something, a grudge against you, someone that you work really closely with, or maybe lived with or shared a life with in a way, especially when I'm seeing here symbiosis, but this person was maybe dependable upon you, and still in a way is. They still think of you like that, and they still think like you have a lot of influence upon their, you know, state of being, their well-being and stuff like that. Next up, we have here entrance. And I'm seeing here that with an entrance, a lot of people think about you, the way you enter a situation, the way you walk into a room, the way you present yourself. I see like the way that you came into their life is something that a lot of people will remember or have like within their mind. They really think about that because you make a really good first impression here, group number 2. So that is something that you can keep, you know, in your mind, because that really says something about you. So at last, group number 2, I just want to hit it with some letters for you guys and see what we're going to get. Maybe you can make some initials or words, names from these letters. So we have the G, the D, the Q, the G again, the M, and the I. So these are the cards that I have for you. Group number 2, and I hope that this will resonate with you. If it did, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up, and if you're new here and you like what you see, consider subscribing to my channel. I would really love to have you around. For now, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye! Hi there, group number 3, and welcome to your reading. So let's hop into your reading to see who is saying what about you. Okay, so the first card here is going to give me an idea about the overall situation and whose energy might be dominating within this situation. So let's see what I'm going to get from this. So first up, we have the Cancer card. So seeing right this, we could be talking about someone who has Sun, Moon, Rising, Cancer. Someone I'm seeing here that finds their comfort within you, wants to protect you. That is like a main energy that I'm getting here. Also, I'm seeing here that a lot of people find you to be very feminine or very attractive. It doesn't per se have to be feminine, but they find you to be very, very attractive. There is something very feminine about you. They find that you are super sweet, super kind to everyone, and that is something that a lot of people notice about you, and they talk about that. So yeah, that is like the first thing that I'm getting. I'm also seeing here something about your sensuality. So it could be that a lot of people find you to be very sweet, attractive, cute, and a lot of people talk about that. So let's see, what else are people talking about? Group number 3, what are like the main topics at this moment? So first up here we have the 8 of Swords. So I'm seeing here that some people think or are talking about how things are now up in your head, so that you're seeing bears on the road that aren't there. So there are people who are talking about that, like, if this person just did that, they're seeing this, but I'm thinking like you're capable of doing that. So I wish that this person could also see that. They seeing you being a little bit having anxiety about things, being like up in your mind, maybe even creating certain illusions for yourself that aren't there. So people are seeing you struggling with your mind, your mindset at this moment. Group number 3, yeah, look at this, because a lot of people, they want you to have like that breakthrough. They want you to see things clearly. So I'm seeing here a lot of people are noticing that you are having a lot of troubles, or I don't know, like if it's a lot of people, that of course applies, as it is for some of you guys. But I'm definitely seeing here someone who wants you to have like that breakthrough, who's thinking about that breakthrough for you, who wants you to see things like more clearly and as it is. But I'm seeing that are also seeing like a side of you that is very anxious about a situation, that is very worried about a certain situation that might not even be real. It's like all up in your head. So it might be like a fear that's not absolutely validated, or that's not a fact. So for some of you guys, it could be that you guys are dealing with certain depression or some type of anxiety that consumes a lot of time from you guys. And this person, they really want you to get like that breakthrough. They really want you to get that relief. So they're as well thinking about that. We also have here the Death, the Rebirth. When they're talking, they are trying to see a transformation here. So group number 3, if you're dealing with tough things, tough situation, people are talking about that transformation and how maybe they want you to see transforming into this beautiful person that you are. So if you are going through a hard time, if you are dealing with a depression, a lot of people want you to go through that transformation, so you get to the other side, you get to that breakthrough, you get to that place where you can breathe. And a lot of people are worried about you. If you have like some addiction, if you have like things that you're doing that are toxic for yourself, a lot of people are concerned about that. Group number 3. We're seeing here the 7 of Cups, and a lot of people are also they see you struggling. They see you struggling with choices. They're seeing you struggling, like, you cannot make up your mind. And that's because like it's so cloudy with you. You're it seems like you're very, very scared, group number 3, or at least people are talking about that. You not daring to make a decision, you're not willing to make a choice, or you being overwhelmed by so many decisions or choices that you have. And it seems like it's much more than you're thinking, and people really want you to get like a breakthrough within this, because in the end I see like also a lot of people talking about how, you know, you're surrounded by beautiful friends and family, and that you have a lot of support system, that there are a lot of things happening for you, that there are beautiful things around you. If you have, you know, kids that who you can live for, who you can, you know, choose as your goal to overcome whatever you have to overcome. These are all types of things that people are talking about, group number 3. So yeah, it might be very confronting for you to listen to this reading as well. They could also be talking about a pregnancy that you're going through, that might be your concern. It could also be that within this, you know, you might get pregnant, or you might be pregnant, and this might be, you know, some type of concern about people, or they're seeing that you're worrying on how maybe you're becoming a mom, or you want to become a mom or something like that, and they're saying like, no, it's going to be okay, it's all like up in your head, and you know, eventually you're going to be a fantastic mom, you're going to give this baby everything that is possible, but you know that you still need to go like through this transition, you know, from being pregnant into giving birth. So, and there's definitely a lot of choices to make when you are getting ready for a family, when you are welcoming a baby into your life. So definitely people are talking about that. It could be also that you're pregnant and people are talking about how you're glowing, how you know, your belly is growing, how you are pregnant, and they're so happy about it. So overall, if it's like not something that, you know, you're depressed or something, it could be that you're pregnant or that you are giving birth to a certain idea, and people are really talking about that. People are also talking about how beautiful you are, how great you're looking, and how nurtured you look. You know, just regarding like everything, you're a very, very good looking person. And seeing here within the Knight of Wands that you definitely bring a lot of joy into people's life, that you really make a lot of people happy. So yeah, a lot of people are talking about that, group number 3. So let's move on now to the dice part to get to who is saying all these good things about you. So we have Scorpio, we have Aquarius, we have Taurus and Aries, we have Capricorn and Aquarius again. So let's hop now into seeing who might be saying these things about you, if we can get a little bit more information about who is saying these things about group number 3. So first up, we're having here family members. We're having people who are close to you, your spouse, people who are pretty close to you. Those are people who are saying it. Your friends, family, stuff like that. We have Knight of Pentacles. I'm seeing someone who you live with, who you are building something with. This could be definitely your spouse, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, or someone like that. Definitely someone who you're spending a lot of time with. It could also be like a good best friend for you. But at the same time, this is a person who's also mourning with you, stressing out with you, who is staying up at night with you. So definitely someone who's really close to you. Definitely someone who you trust things about these things. It could be your parents as well. Yeah, someone who is pretty close to you. We also have here the Wheel of Fortune. Being this, I'm seeing that a lot of people just around you, just in your world, in your, like, a lot of people are talking about that. It almost feels like everyone who has like a little bit of connection with you is talking about these things that I just mentioned. It might not be like all of them, but a lot of people are talking about that. Seeing like this whole wheel of people, like everyone just intermingling with each other, and it might drive you absolutely crazy, but especially if it's about pregnancy, it could also be like a little bit reassuring that a lot of people are thinking about you. That's like what I'm getting. But okay, let's get a little bit more information about this, because this person really sees you stressing out a lot. and they're very, very worried. They're very concerned about you. So here we have the Knight of Cups. It's someone who's definitely sees you being happy with them, who definitely thinks that you're it. You have like a lot of, you bring them a lot of happiness, emotional fulfillment with you. I also see here someone, we also have here the King of Pentacles. I might see here a father figure within the King of Pentacles. Yeah, a father figure, but also I'm seeing here someone who is not showing like all their cards, and that might also be within your close group, and that might be talking about you. And I feel like this person might be pretending to talk good things about you, but might be spreading lies, or might be tend to be a little bit sneaky. I'm seeing like a fox here, a fox mentality. Foxes, they just want to get like the better things, and then whenever the things are they're like leaving. And I feel like this could be relating to this King of Wands. So if that just speaks to you, I'm seeing here a very father figure or a grandfather figure that might be very involved with you guys, or that just you guys love to be around. It could be like someone who's also more mature than you guys, so you guys like to be around. There is also like someone who is a little bit mischievous here. That's like what I'm sensing from this energy, a little bit dominant. They want to control this situation. They want the things like to go on their hands. Like, yeah, definitely. So let's get some letters for you guys. Whoa, I have like a lot of letters for this group. We have the H, the X, the Y, the T again, the J, the G, the F, and the X. I'm actually, guys, I just want to get like one more card for this person. Like, I'm very curious about this person. Just like one more card. Okay, I wanted to get, yeah, the Five of Cups, and we have the Three of Wands. Five of Cups, Three of Wands. So definitely I'm seeing like someone who is a little bit lonely. Maybe you left this person behind, or maybe this person's feeling like very lonely. They lost something, and they definitely want kind of like some future with you, or they want to meddle it within your life or within your future, but it's not very promising. I feel like here they're spreading lies about you, group number 3. So be aware of that. So group number 3, this was your reading, and I hope that this reading resonated with you. If it did, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. And if you're new here and you like what you see, consider subscribing to my channel. I would really love to have you around. For now, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in my next one. Bye! Hi there, group number 4, and welcome to your reading. So you're here because you're drawn to this, I think it's like a flower, grass, or something like that. So let's hop into your reading to see who is saying what about you. And the first card is going to give me like an overall impression about this whole group, about the energy that we're going to encounter, and maybe the most dominant energy that is prevailing within this group. So let's see. We have here Neptune, and with Neptune we have someone that's dreamy and that's transcending. So overall I'm getting here that a lot of people think that you're like up in your head, that you're not, absolutely there, and they talk about that as being you maybe not there, as maybe you being absent at a lot of things. Maybe you're talking about things and it might feel to them that you might not be listening. That might be like the dominant feeling that might be prevailing at this moment. So it might not be like always I'm getting like within this group, but it is the feeling that is dominating at this moment, guys. Like someone who really wants to give like your attention to something, but they feel like it's not coming, you're not there, or you're just a whole like far away within your head. I'm also seeing here someone else, another energy that's coming, who is very much dreaming and fantasizing about you, group number 4. So let's see what type of energy we might be getting. Also, guys, I hope that you're not hearing like how hard the rain is pouring down. If you are, bear with me throughout this reading. So next we have the Two of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Pentacles. which kind of like tells me that a lot of people who are thinking this have to do like with your work. It might be that your mind is just wandering off at work, and people might be saying, ooh, we need your attention. You need to be here because there are a lot of things happening. And I feel like the work-life balance might be a little bit out of place, and that people are talking about that. Maybe you have some situation going on at your work and people are talking about that. People are reviewing stuff, and you might be going throughout a difficult time right now. Group number 4, it might be that people are putting you under a microscope to see what is this person doing. They're reviewing you, they're talking about you, they're talking about your life, your thoughts, etc. So that is like what I'm getting. But I also see you as this opportunity. They're definitely seeing you as a new beginning, promising. They have like a lot that you see, that you have like a lot of potential, even though maybe that you are a dreamer. And within the dreamer, we always see like someone who's as well very creative, who has like a lot of potential. But sometimes they need to grab you, by their attention. But overall, I'm seeing here people, especially at work, your co-workers, people that are maybe a little bit further away from you. They see you as someone who has a lot to offer, someone who brings in new ideas, maybe a person who always bring in like the good stuff. The creative route, something that is special to the business, something that they need. And at work, they definitely see you as someone where maybe work is prevailing. It could like go like both ways, or your personal, but one another is kind of like prevailing. So maybe for some people it will be, they see you as someone who's a workaholic, who really puts their focus into work. And at the other time, it could be like the home front sees you as someone who is always like up in their head within work and busy, or the other way around. It's a general reading, so I have to name like both. Okay, so next up we also have here Judgment. We have here the 10 of Wands. I can see here someone seeing someone that is thinking about something, pondering about a certain situation, and going like on and on in their mind, like if they did like the right thing with you, if this certain thing was maybe good to you, good for you maybe, and it's weighing really heavily upon them, or they see you struggling a lot with that. That is like what I'm seeing here. Like there is like someone who is wondering about certain actions or things that you did, and maybe it feels good to you, or maybe they know that it feels good to you, but still they're seeing like a heavy burden there. They see like you're having a lot of trouble maybe with that decision. Also, I'm seeing here a group that is seeing you experiencing a lot of stress, that you have a lot to manage, and they're very worried about that as well. So even if you're very devoted, maybe at work or at home, whichever way applies to you, they're seeing a disbalance, and they're worried about that. They're seeing that you're carrying a lot, and that you're making a whole lot of effort to make it work, and that is something that they are a little bit concerned about. Though within the work area, people literally think of you someone as being promising, someone who has like a bright future ahead, someone who's growing. They potentially see you as someone who could grow like really fast. They're really proud of what you do. They see a commitment to a level where they, so if you're looking for a promotion, I feel like it's almost like around the corner. And I can see here maybe at the home front, maybe your family or your friends or stuff, they worry about you because they can see, how you're putting like everything into that. And that might be, causing them a lot of stress as well. And them being concerned about that, them being concerned, are you going to make it, and how healthy is this? So I can see like a lot of concern here, because they see how determined you are, and they see how much you wanted to, and they're very proud of that. They're very proud of your determination. They're very proud on how you're moving forward, how you're taking action, how you're being independent and just like moving on with your ideas. But at the same time, they can see how much it's taking a toll upon you. So that's like definitely one of the things that I'm getting here for you, group number 4. So let's move a little bit further than you're reading to the dice to see who are specifically saying these things about you. Ooh. Let's see. We have Pisces, we have Sag, so keep that in mind. With Sun, Moon, and Rising, we have Scorpio, we have Aries, and we have Gemini and Capricorn. So let's see for group number 4 who is specifically saying these things about them. A lot of cards. I'm just going to shuffle again. So who is specifically saying these things about group number 4? So first up, we have here the Tower. So I'm seeing here someone who maybe you have like a huge split or a huge fight or a huge argument with, who is having these emotions about you. It was maybe a huge, I don't know, like turbulent emotion or turbulent fight or something like that. Or just like major emotion with this person who is concerned about you. It could be that, you know, at home, because you're working like this hard and stuff, that you are getting a little bit edgy or something like that, and people are noticing this about you. They're seeing you as almost like drowning within your emotions. They're seeing you, you know, not being in control of your emotions, that you're having like these outlashes, and they are really concerned about that, and they're talking about that. So yeah, almost like you're changing to them. At how at the other side, a lot of people are seeing you. It's like almost like one to the other, but yeah, at the other side, people are seeing you as having like the picture perfect family, being very, very content about everything that you have. And it might be like the mask that you put like outside, because I can see here definitely like polarities, someone being very concerned about you, and at the other time, you know, people thinking that you have like everything under control, and that might be like that mask that you put over, and that you don't want to burden like other people with your things. You want to keep that private. I feel like you're a very, very private person, and that you don't want to share like things, so people don't know like what's going on, and people don't need to know that. Let's like be honest about that. But still, people see you as though you are very, very happy, emotionally very well balanced, and absolutely happy with your life. So they're not seeing any signs. They're seeing someone who's being a great co-worker, a great friend maybe. Depends on how much you tell your friends or not, but definitely someone who is happy and relaxed and absolutely enjoying life, and not seeing like anything crazy or anything like that. I don't want to say like crazy, but at the same time, they can also spot a little bit of discontentment or a little bit of boringness. And I see that being like that feisty energy, that they can see that you have maybe a lot of more potential that you are giving at this moment. So it could also be that even though you come across as you're very happy with your life, you also come across as being someone who's a little bit bored with whatever they have, you know, because everything might be going like that well. It might not be like the thing that you want. I mean, it might almost like seem like they're talking and saying, you know, this person thinks like the grass is always greener on the other side, but it's not. And seeing as you being happy, maybe you need to be happy with what you have. That might be, you know, some of the things that people might tend to say about this situation. But overall, they see you as someone who's very tough, who's very, you know, on there, independent upon their happiness. They work really hard for that. And also a little bit dominant, so that you might be wanting to control certain situations. And they talk about that you being maybe a good leader, because you come across as that. So I'm seeing here, maybe they're talking about a new challenge for you within the future, especially, as I said, like if you're talking about work or something like that, it might be that people are talking about giving you a promotion, because you seem like everything is manageable and that you're almost bored. And so they're looking at things maybe to give you, to, you know, spice up your life, to give you like something to be more happy about. And here we have like the Page of Cups. I'm seeing here that someone close to you finds you to be a little bit immature about your emotions. They see you as someone who still needs to grow, who still needs to kind of like, you know, get a little bit older and stuff like that. It could also be that this is a person who's younger than you, who's thinking like these kinds of stuff, especially when we're having here the Page of Cups. So that might be it as well. And this person might want you to, want your attention. But it might be that you might think, you're not it, I'm not feeling it. And they might think like, whew, you're the one who's like unstable, you're the one who's like, all up in emotions and maybe into work and stuff like that. So I'm definitely feeling like an imbalance here for some time. But I just want to draw like 2 more cards. We have here the 10 of Swords. So excuse me, definitely they're thinking about, maybe you tending to leave them, and that scares them a hell lot. It could be that this person is someone who's already left, so keep that as well in mind. And the Ace of Swords here, and within the Ace of Swords, definitely we're seeing here someone that I find to be very bright. People really talk about, how well competent you are, how many skills you have, and the potential that you have. Like really, they are super impressed about you, group number 4. So last up, I just want to get some letters to see if we can get like some initials for the person or persons who are thinking this about you overall, group number 4. So we have the double K, the W, the E, the Y, Q, and the Q. So group number 4. This was your reading, and I hope that this reading resonated with you. If it did, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. And if you're new here and you like what you see, consider subscribing to my channel. I would really love to have you around. For now, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye!